Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new weekly writing vlog. So this is the last full week before Camp NaNoWriMo. We have I think like a half week next week or something before July starts and I am freaking out. So last week I finished the revision outline for my novel The Show Must Go On. That is what I'm going to be working on next month. So this week the plan is to go over that outline at some point and just make sure that everything is in its place, everything that I want to be there is there, just making sure that it's basically all good to go for Camp Nano. I also want to work on character stuff this week. I found these old character profiles that I used to use when I was like decluttering my papers the other day, so I figured I would try to go through these and see if it will help me crack the code on one of my characters, because if you guys have been watching these vlogs, I've been having an issue with my main character's best friend Gwen. I just can't seem to figure out what's going on with her, and so she doesn't feel like a real character yet, and I really want her to, obviously, so I need to work on that, and maybe these will spark something for me. I don't really know. I have not looked at these probably since I was like 14 or 15, so who knows. I also want to do some minor world building stuff this week so that I can kind of figure out the name of like the high school, because I don't have a name for the high school yet, and descriptions of what everything looks like, her neighborhood, so that I can get the descriptions as good as I can. I think that's honestly it. Obviously I'm not gonna get everything done this week. I don't think, like, I'm gonna have to work on it next week as well. But yeah, in my to-do list in my planner, all I have is world building, characters, and outline. So I think for the past couple of weeks I've also been talking about printing out pictures and things to put in my novel journal so that I can write all the character profiles down in here and update everything and have their like inspo pictures next to it. So I did finally send those pictures off to my best friend so she can print them for me. I'm going to her house on Thursday, so I should be getting those then, and maybe that'll be my main goal for next week, is to just input everything into this journal. Oh, also a big thing I need to do this week is I need to announce my Camp Nano project on the NaNoWrimo website. So I think I'm gonna do that right now. I don't even have like an official goal that I want to go for. Basically I want to try to finish all the revisions in July. If I can, I'm gonna try real hard to do that, but I don't want to like put that as like my goal, because like I don't know how big this draft is gonna be. The second draft is almost 73,000 words, so I'm wondering, do I just do 70,000? How many words is that per day? That's almost 2,300 words per day, which isn't that bad, but you know what, I think I'm gonna put my goal as 50,000 just to be safe. If you guys have been following my journey for any length of time for NaNoWriMos, I do try to undershoot my goal a little bit to try to alleviate any stress. I put a goal that I know that I can hit with relative ease so that I'm not stressing out the entire month about hitting that goal. I really like winning NaNoWriMos and I really like having certificates. This entire wall has all of my NaNoWrimo certificates on it, and I really want to add another one to it. So, you know, I think I want to put the goal for 50,000 words, but try to hit over 70k depending how big the revision is. And you know what, some days are going to end up being easier because some days will require less rewriting or less reworking, but I also know that revision work is tedious because I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing all of these things and making everything better, and I'm not just kind of throwing the words at the document like I normally do for NaNoWrimo. So I feel like this is going to be a tough NaNoWrimo, but I think I'm just going to put 50,000 words and we will see how that goes. Okay, so it's now the 23rd, it's Wednesday, it's 12:55 p.m. I didn't update on what I did yesterday. I didn't do much. I know that I did some minor character work. I think I did a bit on Gwen. I think I did something with Sebastian, but I honestly do not remember. I did some work on a side character who is in the musical. She's playing, I think, Marty Maraschino, but she's also Gwen's ex-girlfriend, so I figured out a little bit about her. Her name's Sanaya. I think that's it. I did not do much yesterday. I was not in a good mood. That is not conducive to getting good work done, so I just decided to not do anything. But today I am in a much better mood, thank goodness, and I think that I'm gonna work on some world building things today. You know, it doesn't take that much brain power in terms of like creativity. It's just me writing details down, figuring all the stuff out. If you've been following along on my journey the past few months, or basically all year when I was doing revisions on Reasons Why Not To, a lot of my revisions had to do with adding in descriptions description, so I had to do a lot of world building, a lot of figuring out what things look like. World building for contemporaries, I imagine, is wildly different from world building for fantasies, and I feel like the this weird pressure to be like really accurate with my descriptions. I'm making sure that everything looks like how it does in real life, but like I can take liberties if I want to, but because it is set in the real world, some things do need to be accurate, so I don't know. But basically I am using real life things to inspire these settings. I just need to have everything written down, everything figured out, take screenshots of things, save them to my computer, and just have everything like ready to go for when I'm writing so that I have all of the descriptions on hand. So the main things that I need descriptions for is Ellie's apartment building. I think I have some things figured out for that already. I can't remember. I also need Sebastian's house, which I know I started the exterior stuff on, but I didn't do the interior stuff, so I gotta work on that. Freddie's house. He is Ellie's other best friend. I need to work on his house. I've decided that Gwen is gonna live in the same apartment as Ellie, so that's fine. I don't really have to do much for that. Although I do need to figure out what her bedroom looks like, because I do think there's at least one scene in her room. What else I need to figure out? I need to figure out exterior descriptions, like what is surrounding the apartment building or the houses, or you know, like what's going on everywhere. The school I don't have to do too much for because I'm basing it on my own high school, just because I really like the architecture of my high school, so that's not a big deal. I mean, I have looked up some pictures already and some things and written them down just so I can get specific details, but I did spend 5 years in that building, so like I know it pretty well. I think that's pretty much it. Those are like the main things. Oh no, there's a theater that they visit in one scene that I would like some descriptions for it, because I've never actually been to the theater. Definitely on the inside. I've seen the outside of it, but I definitely need to look up pictures for that. And I think those are the main things. So I'm gonna work on that today. Hopefully it goes well. I think it's gonna be a very busy day of just doing descriptions. And then once I have like descriptions down and like world building things, because there are other world building things I need to do. Like I need to figure out the name of the high school, which I have some ideas for. I just can't decide what I want, because I have to really love it if I'm gonna be connecting all of my books together, because then all of my main characters will be going to this high school and it will be mentioned in almost every single book if it takes place during school. So there's that. So I have to really love it. I mean, there's no guarantee that every book I write is going to take place in this world, but I do want like at least a few set in this world with these characters and whatnot. So I need to figure out a name for the high school that I really love. I think that's it for like naming things. Lots of things that I need to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so it is the 25th of June now. I have been awful at updating this week. It's just been a wild week. But the other day, it was not yesterday. It was definitely like Wednesday, I think. It's currently Friday. I think I did a bunch of world building, or like at least some world building. So I got some stuff done, but not a whole lot. I mean, it was my intention today to do a whole lot of outlining and like, you know, go through my outline and really just like make sure that it's good and like ready to go and just, you know, deep dive into the outline. It's 3:48 p.m. and I don't think that's gonna happen. I just know myself and I just don't think it's really gonna happen. I'm gonna try, because there's only so many days left until Camp NaNoWriMo and it needs to be done. It needs to be done. So I'm gonna try to do some work. I don't know if it's gonna be before my parents come home or if it's gonna be afterwards. We are going to the mall when they come home, so around like 5:30. I'll be at the mall for a while and we're also gonna get dinner, so we're gonna be out for a little bit. So maybe when I come home I'll try to do some work. I am not sure. I am not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm hopefully gonna get some work done today, because that would be nice, because I am really excited to work on this outline. I just need to actually do it. So I'm gonna try to get to work in a minute here and we'll see if I can actually manage to get something done. Okay, so it is the end of the night. So I stopped writing right before we went to the mall. Basically all I did was do some character work. And it wasn't even like new character work. I just took Ellie's character profile and put it into the journal, since my friend did manage to print out the pictures for me that I've been talking about in the past few vlogs. So I'm gonna try to continue to do that next week as much as I can and work on the outline next week. I'm not gonna do any working this weekend because I try not to work on weekends. But also we're currently in the middle of a heat wave and I'm frankly miserable because I hate summer. I hate the heat. It always makes me feel sick. I hate filming in the heat because I can't have my fan on right now, so I'm sweating up a storm and I feel very uncomfortable. Hopefully next week I can get everything done that I need to get done, all the details in the outline, all the character work into the journal. I think it'll be okay, with the only exception that next week's the heat wave. And I'm Canadian. I'm not built for the heat. I'm really not. I am built for the cold, so I am not enjoying myself right now, but I did some minor work today, which is fine. So thank you guys for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you've been working on recently because I'd love to know. Also let me know if you are participating in Camp NaNoWriMo. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!